Struggling with retouching in Photoshop? Let's fix that today with this tutorial. Retouching can seem quite hectic and confusing if you don't know how to do it properly or don't have the right settings to do it well. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to master professional skin retouching in Photoshop. Subscribe to this channel if you find this video helpful, and don't forget to like this video as well. My name is Akordedia. Let's jump straight into Photoshop and start editing. Alright, so we have this beautiful image over here. I downloaded this image on Dirty Studios online, so you can just check it out and then download as well. So first and foremost, we're going to duplicate our background layer by pressing Ctrl and J, like that. So we have two layers over here. As you can see, layer 1 and then the background layer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to inspect the image to see where we are going to edit and then the things that we're going to remove from it. So we have some pimples on the face over here. There's two pimples. So first and foremost, we're going to remove these pimples from my face. So we're going to use the patch tool to do this. I'm going to select the patch tool and the tools column over here like this. And I'm just going to circle and then drag to a much cleaner area to remove this pimple. So let me just circle and then drag like this. Then we circle the side and then drag it to a cleaner area. Going to do the same thing to the side as well, and then you're going to remove this as well. So mind you, we are doing it on a layer 1. That is a duplicate layer that we did. All right, so I'm going to remove, circle, and then drag to a clean area. This is the basic cleanups. I mostly do this in almost all my edits. Circle and then drag to a clean area. Circle, drag. All right, I'm going to zoom out. So as you can see, our model has a very smooth skin. So there's not too much to do on her skin. That's for the basic cleanups. So we're going to proceed to the next step. So the next step is we're going to create our frequency separation adjustment layers, right? So we have our layer 1 over here. We're going to duplicate layer 1 again. So we're going to press Ctrl and then J like this to create another duplicate. As you can see in the layers panel over here, we have layer 1 copy. So we're going to rename layer 1 to color and then rename layer 1 copy to texture. Mind you, this image is an 8-bit image. Yeah, so this settings that I'm going to create over here is mainly for 8-bit images. How to know if your image is 8-bit? So you just come to this column over here, you select image, you go to mode, and as you can see, we have 8-bit channel over here selected. So meaning the image is 8-bit. All right, if it's 16-bit, you're going to see this selected. All right, so now let's proceed. So we're going to hide the texture layer like this and then select the color layer. And then we're going to come to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And then we're going to change this to 3.7. We're gonna move this so we see the details hidden from the image. So we're gonna keep it at 5 point. Let me just see. So if you could see it carefully over here, you don't have any details in the image. The details are hidden, right? So we're gonna keep this. Then we're gonna select. So it's at 4.5, right? So you're gonna select OK. As you can see, our image is looking a little bit blurry, but then we're gonna fix it in a bit. So we're gonna select the texture layer. We're gonna unhide it and then make it visible. Then we're gonna come to image. Then we're gonna come to apply image. Then we're gonna change this to color, and we're gonna keep the channel at RGB. We're don't gonna touch this. Then we're gonna change this to subtract like this. We're gonna keep the opacity at 100. We're gonna keep the scale at 2. If yours is not on 2, you're gonna make sure you change it to 2, and then the offset at 128. Then you're gonna select OK like this. As you can see, our image is looking kind of grayish. Yeah, this isn't how it's supposed to be, but then this is it. So we're going to continue and then change this blend mode. With the texture layer selected, we'll select the blend mode, and then we're going to change this to linear light. So as you can see, our image is just back to how it was when we started. So we're going to put this in a group I'm gonna select the texture layer, press and hold Control, and then select the color layer as well, and then press and hold Control again, and then G to put it in a group. And I'm gonna change this to frequency separation, in short FS, like that. Yeah, I have this action already created for you. So everything that we did concerning the frequency separation, I have it already created in my digital store. So you can just check it out and then download it. So instead of going through the hassle of creating all this, I know it's kind of confusing, but then you can just have this action played for you. Just one click and it's going to just play it for you smoothly like that. So you're just going to continue from where we are now, right? So you're going to select the color layer. At this point, you're going to start smoothing her face. You're going to actually start the actual skin retouching. All right. So just hold on and take your time with this one. All right. All right. So we're going to select the mixer brush tool. As you know, if you follow my tutorials, I mostly use the mixer brush tools for this because I feel like it's the best way to control and then do your skin retouching. All right. So this is the settings that we're going to use today over here. So after you select the mixer brush tool, this are going to pop up. So make sure we set this to round, soft round brush. All right. So then we're going to make sure this is on, so there's nothing here. So we're just going to keep it at clean brush like this. Then you're going to make sure this is deselected and this is selected. Please, these are the settings you should actually take careful. You should pay attention to this because it's very critical. Then you're going to keep this at custom, the wet at 70, the load at 16, the mix at 31, and the flow at 48. Kindly pay attention to this very carefully because it's really going to go a long way for you. Right, so the wet over here, what I normally do is I change it depending on how I want the effect to be. So for beginners, I would advise that you always keep this at a very low percentage, maybe say 20, 25 to 30. Yes, then you're just going to build up your retouching from there. But then if you are a pro or you are an intermediate, you are okay, you can just keep it at, say, 50 going upward. Yeah. So I'm going to keep this at 52 for now, right? So now let's continue and then start our retouching. So I have my Wacom and then my stylus. So I'm just going to proceed and then just start. So I'm gently going to brush over like this. Make sure you are brushing on the color layer, not on the texture layer. Always make sure you are brushing on the color layer. So I'm just smoothing it gently. Yes, like that. Make sure you are brushing just within the tones. If you're having a highlight, make sure you're brushing within the highlights, and then just don't go and paint anything anyhow. You're not going to get the best result, right? So I'm going to gently brush. This is the eye, like this. Right. So as you can see, I'm taking my time to brush this in. Normally I speed up the side, but then with this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it so that you can see how exactly I'm doing it. I'm just going to keep brushing. Just follow along and then let's do it. As I said earlier, I downloaded this image from Dirty Studios. So you can just search them on Google and then just download, or I'm going to try and leave the link in the description box so that you can just follow along. Just gonna brush like that. So with this, let's just check the before and after. So this is the before, and this is the after. This is the before and then the after. As you can see, our image is looking very nice and the skin is looking really smooth, naturally. Yeah. Let's proceed. Keep brushing. So I'm hoping you've gotten the idea of what I'm doing, right? So I'm going to just speed up the side. All right. I'm just going to speed up. So I'm going to be right back. So at this point, I'm done with the face and then I'm proceeding to her body. So just the same settings. So you're just going to go ahead and then just brush gently. Alright guys, so I'm done here. Let me just zoom out so that we check the overall image. So this is how our image is looking. It is the before and then this is the after. As you can see, our image is looking nice. The skin is looking on point. Yeah, so what I mostly do after everything is I zoom out and then I'm just going to increase the brush size a little just to blend everything in. So I'm just going to do this. This is my finishing touches just to get it looking more smoother and consistent. Just gently do this. Yeah. Just come here and then just brush over here as well. As you can see, let's check the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. This is the before and after. So guys, this is simply how to do it. I hope you loved this video or you learned something from it. Don't forget to like this video and then subscribe as well. I'm trying to grow my Instagram and then my TikTok. So kindly follow me on TikTok and Instagram as well. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.